So I've been wanting to make this video for a while and talk a little bit about starting out on your fitness journey, because I remember back when I started out, and I'll tell you real briefly about my past. I mean, I was a high school athlete. Played football, basketball. I threw shot put, discus, did some track events. When I went to university, I wasn't going D1 for football. I ended up going to a D1 school. Fell in love with the martial arts. I ended up getting onto the University of Iowa Collegiate Taekwondo team, captained the team for 2 years, competed all over the place, many fights, more wins than losses. Had a career. I stuck with the martial arts for a very long time. But then I graduated. I got married, I got a job, I had other responsibilities, and a lot of the fitness that I developed through martial arts slid just because I didn't have the fire, Some would say I burnt out, some would say I just sort of had moved on from that. I sort of graduated from even martial arts for a while, at least in my own mind. But I got big. I mean, when I was fighting right around 200 pounds, and I remember looking in the mirror at one point, I was 265 pounds. So I decided I was gonna do something about it. I mean, I knew what to do, right? I've been fit before. So I started training, but you start feeling very beat back. When you start off on your fitness journey, there's a lot of negative voices. There's a lot of people out there telling you you're doing the wrong exercises, criticizing your attempts to get started, generally just gatekeeping fitness and acting like there's some secret, how to get fit, how to get shredded, like what you need to do, the diet you need to follow, the work ethic you have to develop, and you can't do this, and that's why you got to pay me, right? A lot of these fitness professionals, that's kind of the whole thing. It's a system of gatekeeping and trying to convince you that there's secret knowledge that only they can provide. But I had to plow through that. And I found in my career, I ended up actually owning a gym. And so I was helping other people along with this. And even as a gym owner, everybody's telling me I'm running my gym wrong. I don't know enough about exercise. And it was a CrossFit gym, and people were real negative on CrossFit for a while there, and saying that, it was a bad methodology. There's only one real way to get fit. And again, I had to buy their system. Shut up the noise. You don't need these people's fucking permission. What we're talking about here is you taking care of your own body. We're talking about you managing your own fitness. And I mean, it is, at the heart, it's very, very simple. Move more, eat less. And within that, there's just a lot of choices. I always liken it to a menu at a really fancy restaurant where they hand you this menu and there's like 8 pages. And literally everything on every page is amazing. Like, where do you even start? As opposed to a menu where they hand it to you and it says cheeseburger. And you're like, I want pizza. They're like, we don't do pizza here. We just do cheeseburger. Like, it's way easier to order off the cheeseburger menu than that when everything's good. But that's part of the problem with fitness is once you get started, like, you kind of find out what you like and you just keep doing more of it. I guess the key to the whole thing is to realize that it really isn't about the physical, right? It's the stuff that you do in the gym that brings joy to your life. You feel better when you're moving. You feel better when you're lighter, leaner, more able to do things. You feel better when the fitness that you develop in training applies to your real life. Like simple things, like you need to rearrange the furniture in your living room. You have the strength and the ability to do that. You've got to walk up 6 flights of stairs. You can do that without breaking a sweat. There's a certain power and an empowerment that comes with that. And it doesn't come from any of these jackasses who are way back at the beginning telling you you were wrong. Do this, don't do that. You're doing your bicep curls wrong. You don't know anything about exercise. Buy my program. None of that's gonna matter because that doesn't apply to your life anyway. And I promise you, here I am, years, right? 15,000 hours logged of personal training. And the same motherfuckers are talking the same shit to me today. Some people will never learn. Good luck.